Have you ever liked a girl? Or a guy, depending on who I'm talking to. There's something special about that feeling. But did you know that your views about the opposite sex in video games actually have something in common? No, it's not some ridiculous comparison idea. I'm serious. Alright, just wait and see.
Robert escapes with his dignity barely intact, but will he make it out next time? Tune in to find out.
Games are like girls, or guys. You still don't get it, huh? I guess I haven't given you much information, I know. The first similarity is looks. When a guy, in general, sees what he likes in a significant other, he's happy. The counterpart for video games is graphics, the most apparent yet the most superficial aspect of any game. Graphics are so bright and shiny, so wonderfully immersive if done right. But they don't make or break a game. You get where I'm going with this. There's something in social science called the halo effect. No, not that. It's what happens when you find one impressive trait of an individual, and therefore assume that the individual is impressive overall. This trait may be luminescent beauty or anything else. Video games aren't exempt from the halo effect. It's easy to assume that a game is totally awesome just because it looks like a window to the outdoors. HD graphics are amazing, but that's a false assumption. Graphics are very good, but it's like the salsa, lettuce, and habanero sauce on a taco. The meat is underneath. I'd guess that at one time or another you adored someone's personality. Even if it wasn't a romantic type of love, you could have just admired someone and wanted to be like them. Personality is, in fact, the second similarity between girls, guys, and games. I'm not just referring to the temperaments of the characters in the game. I mean everything about the game. Examples are the art style, the insane arch nemesis, the fact that the hero has a power set based around toilet products, the hilarity of the sidekick's one-liners, or anything else. Here's the difference between graphics and personality. Graphics had to do purely with the aesthetic beauty of a game. But if you can explicitly point out a feature that you like, even if it is a part of the game's appearance, that's a personality perk. For example, one may admire the cartoony graphics of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. This is a game that came out in 2003 for the GameCube, same year as Kirby Air Ride if you watched my last video. There's an HD remake for the Wii U, and I rented that. I'm having a good time so far. Actually, it's the first Zelda game that I ever played. If someone specifically comments on how they like the cartoon feel of the graphics, that's personality appreciation. The bottom line is liking what you see, in contrast to liking the essence of what you see, or liking the beauty of the graphics, as opposed to liking the personality of the graphics or anything else itself. Personality traits provide symbolic meaning to a game. It's suggestive to each player. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Just relax, man. It's on your mind. Wow, you're absolutely right. Y'all good looking. Want to get married?
Well, he has a thing or two to learn about how to choose a mate. Game mechanics are what the player is actually doing in the game. It's all contingent on the player's thought processes. You want to get the player to tap into different mental patterns so that the gameplay doesn't bore. Strip away the graphical enhancements and personality. Now what do you have? A pretty bland piece of art, that's what. But it's the game. Like I said, graphics and looks are superficial, and personality is perpetual, but it's not the most important thing. Character in a person is the parallel to game mechanics in a game. It's what lasts the longest, yet what's least immediately apparent. Many games today can sprinkle on good graphics and miss the mark. Graphics do not make a game. The game itself makes the game. And no matter how HD a video game is, it can't be fun unless the game mechanics are intact or the personality is helping somewhat. Do you love your mom? The final and most basic of all the similarities is significance. This is whatever a game means to you personally. Perhaps you're a die-hard Tetris fan because you have passionate feelings of nostalgia for the game. Yeah, the mechanics are good. The personality, and the graphics, let's not go there. But for some reason you just treasure that game. That's significance. And you probably love your mom for a similar reason. Just because of who she is to you. The basic way to implement what you've learned today is to remember this. Significance tops game mechanics, tops personality, tops appearance. This is why you can find someone who says the best game ever was made in 1980, and someone else who says the best game ever comes out in 2 months. Unfortunately, I didn't get any responses from last week's challenge, which was basically to take a picture of something new that you've done and then give me the link for it, and then I would share it with you this week. That's alright. But how about this? Pick out a game, any game, then take the poll provided in the link to rate the graphics, the personality, and the game mechanics on a scale, and I'll compile the results next week and put it in the video. I'm excited to see what games you guys rate. Thanks for watching.